Welcome and welcome to Angel Monday. I'm just checking that we're live. I'm Rachel Scoltock, Angel Medium, and my question for you to start this beautiful week of the 31st of January is, have you asked your angels for help with whatever it is that you're struggling with? And whether it's something small, seemingly, just something you need fixing, you just need a little bit of help finding a parking space or trying to find the right practitioner or doctor or book or information that you're looking for, right the way up to the bigger things like how to heal your life, how to find your life purpose. What steps do you need to take to get out of a toxic situation, a job, a relationship, a town even that isn't for you anymore, and you're not aligned with it, and it's making you feel like it's just not you're not yourself anymore because you're in this situation. And if you ask your angels for help with anything, big or small, you will receive guidance. Now, a lot of people think that when you're working with angels, you're asking your guides, you're asking for guidance, you're asking for signs, but you get just little kind of hints, right? Just like little feathers or a rainbow, and it's just like, oh, that's nice. The universe is listening to me, the angels are listening to me. And I'm here to tell you that it's something different. I really think that this is part of my mission on earth, is to tell people that when you truly connect with the angelic realm and you are open up to them, mind, body, and spirit at a soul level, you start to get really practical, detailed guidance for your life. And it's not just the feathers and the angel numbers and the rainbows, and that feeling is beautiful. It's needed. Those things are just important. But there is a whole nother department of angel signs and messages that when you learn to open up in that way, you receive a more in-depth guidance. And whether you're thinking of, I know many of you are thinking about changing your life, moving somewhere different, opening your own business as a healer, a therapist, so in some way wanting to help others, to shine your light in a way that helps and heals the world and brings through wisdom in your unique way. That the angels will help you with that every step of the way. That's my story. That's how they help me, and they still help me. And a lot of people say to me, how come you're still going after all this time? Or how do you, how are you so consistent? And how do you just keep all this going? And the reason is my angels. I get guidance all the time. And yeah, I admit it, sometimes I don't listen to it, but I eventually do. I eventually come around and listen to their wisdom. And I was contemplating this morning because, last week I wasn't very well. I didn't say much about it because I really was praying for help with presenting the angel, the abundance attunement with Archangel Ariel on Friday. And I thought, I don't want to be sick for that. I don't want to cancel it. I don't like canceling things. I don't like postponing if I can help it, right? And I just had a feeling I had to do it on that day. So even though I'd been in bed on half of Tuesday, all of Wednesday, some of Thursday, I still managed to do a presentation. And people that knew that I hadn't been well said, "Oh, no one could tell. You couldn't tell that you weren't well." And I was fine. Like, I had this boost of angel energy, so they helped me on that level. And then I had a really good restful weekend where I could recover properly. But then, I asked for that help. But I also asked for help in healing and getting over the virus, which came. And recently, this is something I haven't spoken about at all in public. I don't know about you, but over the COVID lockdowns in the last 2 years, it's been extra stressful. We haven't been doing things. Our normal routine has been mucked around a bit. And for me, I've put on loads of weight. I put on loads of weight, more than I ever have in my life. And I was feeling really emotional and bad about it. And for a long time, I was kind of in denial because I was like, it's only a few pounds, it'll go. And then when I went to Sydney for Christmas, there were scales in the spa, and I weighed myself, and I realized I had to get the truth, the check, right? The reality check. And I asked my angels, I asked Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael to help me, because I didn't know how to lose it. It felt like I was, that feeling when you're running in a dream and you're not getting anywhere. That's how I felt about losing weight. And then one morning, after I'd been praying for it consistently and sitting in meditation and really tuning in, I heard the angels. They gave me a message, and I immediately took action, and I am actually now losing weight. And I did it again this morning. I need to sort of speed this up a bit, and they gave me some more guidance this morning. So, and I was thinking about you, and I know, because I get emails and I get DMs, I'm a person who people feel they can share with, and I appreciate that. That's part of my purpose as a healer. That so many people feel stuck, whether it's with your weight, like I was, with your career, or just in a whole, like this last 2 years have been very stagnation, a lot of sticky energy around, and you can feel completely powerless. And just by opening up a bit and accessing that angel guidance and opening your gifts, your intuitive gifts, and clearing those energetic blocks that have built up, resistance, fear, old disappointments, trauma, toxicity from being in the wrong situation. When you clear that out of the way, that guidance becomes louder and clearer, and you get your power back. I wasn't feeling like myself anymore. Like I was like, oh, I don't feel like myself. Or just, when you get sick, you don't feel like yourself, or you get disconnected from your true path. You don't feel like you've got your sparkle anymore. But it hasn't gone away. Your angels know how to guide you back to it. And so I'm happy to say, like, I'm not perfect, and I'm never, never claim to be. But whenever I have a success of any kind, big or small, and I've been 6 weeks on the track of getting my weight under control, I want to celebrate. And I also want to thank my angels, because I know it's just not me. If I relied on my ego to do it, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere with this business, with this body, with all of the things that I do. And I know that is true for you as well. And that's because I've been working in this business for 18, 19 years. And I've worked with thousands of people. Thousands of people. And I've seen the change of people that come and work with me in my programs. I've seen the transformation. A whole batch of people, beautiful souls, on the last program went off to do their business. We had a healer starting a healing business, a woman who made beautiful crystal essences and sprays, going off to do her business, a woman who had a divine inspired idea to start supporting kids in learning and starting her business. It's beautiful to see it, to get out of that stuck and stagnation and into the life you're meant to live, onto the track that makes you feel good and feel like you're moving, right? Hi, Benny. Hi, Kenneth. Thank you for referring all your friends. Hi, Lauren and Sapid. Is that how I say your name? You need to tell me how to pronounce your name. I feel I have anxiety about pronouncing it. Desley, good morning. Amanda, lovely Tracy. Yeah, so, there are, Judy, hi, I love the word blah. Yeah, blah. All right, so that was really what I wanted to talk about today is, do you need to talk to your angels about something? Do you need, just like I did for my weight, that guidance, that support, that shift, right? Sometimes you get an idea, a divine idea from the angels, from communing with them, that gives you an idea that shifts you out of something that's been a long-term stuckness. I get emotional about this because I think about, I hate being stuck. Like I'm an Aquarian, right? And I'm a rebel. I don't like doing what people tell me. I hate restriction. I hate being stuck. I hate that feeling of stagnation. Yeah, I've had it many, many times in my life, because one of the things that we're all here to learn is to reclaim our power, to understand how connecting with ourselves spiritually, our spiritual side, helps us to dissolve the illusion of powerlessness and victimhood and fear, right? So, anything that you've been in that's toxic, abuse, abusive relationships, just, mundane things, how many jobs, or relationships have you had where you just feel like you're just, like time is going by and you're not moving in the direction of your dreams, you feel stuck and stagnating. All of that steals your power, makes you feel, it's like an ever decreasing feeling. It makes you feel powerless, makes you feel stuck. And the angels and your soul and the divine, they're there to remind you when you connect with them, you're not stuck. There's guidance, there's a new path, there's a door opening. There is something you need to learn so that you can move forward. Here's a piece of divine inspiration. And not only that, here are the steps that you need to take, actual practical steps in order to get there. And that's what I mean by, it's not just a feather, it's not just a rainbow, it's not just an angel number. It's detailed guidance. It's like, call this person, buy that book, start this weight loss course, do something different. It's not always about doing something external. Start to change your thoughts. Start thinking these particular thoughts. Or here's the divine inspiration for your divine life purpose. And the first step you need to take is do this course or program. Take a step in, start to do something to detoxify your life, to remove yourself from the things that are actually pulling you down. And then the next step will come, and then the next step will come, and then the next step will come, until you're actually living it, you're experiencing it. And when I put my workout clothes on this morning, I went for a walk early, they came up a little bit easier. I wasn't kind of squeezing them on. And I thought, oh my goodness, even though I, didn't notice, I'm actually losing weight. So those little steps, right, take you, and all of a sudden you realize you're living in the experience that you've been asking for. And it doesn't have to be just one part of your life. It can be all parts of your life. I said it right, Sapid. Okay, yay, thank you. Hi, Heather, good morning. You've been feeling stuck and desperately need the angels' help, but you feel like you can't hear anything. Yes, and I understand that. And the reason for that is there's a couple of reasons. One is energetic blocks, right? So we get blocked up with emotional energy, toxins, as I spoke about before. When I talk about toxins, I'm calling energetic debris, psychic energy that is lower in nature. So it acts like black clouds sitting over your psychic channels, your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown. And it stops you from, it's like having your hands over your ears and, and have a blindfold over your eyes or dirty sunglasses on. It stops you from picking up on the messages the angels are giving you. And that's why one of the first things the angels always give us when we start to work with them, when we open up a little bit and say, I'm willing to have you help me, is that they give us guidance about detoxing. It might be about your diet, it might be about your thoughts, it might be about people you're hanging out with, it might be about behaviors, it might be about getting out in nature more so that your psychic channels can clear. There's nothing better than nature. It might be more prayer, more meditation. They start to give us these little lifestyle changes, because it's like saying, tune the radio in to a better, clearer station. And then there are other things, it might be time for you, and you might have been getting a nudge about this, it might be time for you to start discovering how you are intuitively gifted, because everyone is intuitively gifted, right? No one is born without intuition. It's just that we have different ways of receiving. So when I first started, I'm a lifelong oversensitive. That's what people used to say to me, oh, you're too sensitive. But that means I'm clairsentient, which means my channel has been empathy and the ability to feel spirit, to sense emotion, to know what's going on without really knowing how I know it. And it wasn't until I realized that that's actually an intuitive channel and it's my superpower, and I learned how to particularly clear that and get clear about that, all of my other intuitive channels came in. My clairvoyance, my clairaudience, hearing, seeing, and knowing became clearer. So when you discover and know, which is what I teach in my programs, what your intuitive channel is and how to clear it and how to get clear about it, then you get those messages louder. And that's why I teach these programs, because it's, you know, it's like me with weight loss, right? I was like, I can do this on my own. I can do it on my own. I can do it on my own. There's so much information on the internet. I didn't know whether to do keto or calorie controlled, or to do HIIT exercises, or to do low impact exercises. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same with intuitive training and angel communication. There's lots of voices telling you to do different things. So I put everything together in my programs to take you through the process, and you're supported as you do it. So you open those channels, and then you start to understand a bit more about how the angels are communicating with us, because we dismiss a lot of angel messages because we think it's us, or we just ignore it, or we think it's ego, we're making it up, it's imagination. It's not, it's your angels. And I help you to turn the volume up on that. So that's why it's like, I can't hear anything. You can hear it. It's just that you're not tuned into it. So first step I would say to anyone is do some energy clearing and do some meditating, because that really helps turn the volume up. Hi, Carol. I like your typo. God to see you. God to see you too. Because we're working with the angels and the divine. God. Amanda. This has been happening to me so much more lately. My diet, staying active, being led to care more for myself in every way. Yes, well done. You're listening and you're following, right? Sometimes we dismiss guidance because we think it's boring and mundane. Like, you know, we want it to be kind of like the movies. We want Nicolas Cage to arrive, you know, in City of Angels, like to just appear. And sometimes it's not like that. It's much more subtle, but it's repetitive and nudging. Hi, Anne. Sunday night in Dublin. Yeah, I'm doing the sessions earlier because I want to catch you guys before you go to bed, right? So, and on other side of the world. That's okay, Sophie. You're most welcome. All right. So, talking to your angels. I'm writing a blog today about, or sending you a blog that is about how to talk to your angels, and I'm going to include a lot more information about how to start talking. But my little bit of guidance for you today, before we get the message, is ask your angels for help with whatever you're struggling with. And even if you don't really understand, you're saying, okay, I'm just stuck. Angels, divine, and put your hands together, because this is like a mudra, you know. There's an energy that happens when you put your hands together. It's not just religious dogma. It's, you know, religions have taken this because it works. It's about bringing in heaven and earth and centering it within you. So you put your hands together and you say, angels, please help me. Angels, please help me. And then when you get a nudge, you get a thought, you get an inspiration, you get a vision, or something happens, act on it. Act on it, because that energy is starting to move you. And if you push that away, that's your ego. It's saying, oh no, I can't be bothered. I don't want to. I want something better. But it's like pulling at a thread. When you take that first step, it will move you forward. It will move you forward. All right. Someone asked me why I'm sitting in my lounge room instead of my office with the beautiful angel wings behind me. And that's because it's really hot and humid here in Australia on the mid-north coast this past few weeks. And I've only got aircon in my lounge, so I have moved. I just don't deal with the old humidity so well. All right, so we're going to call in the angels and ask them for help with the guidance. So I'm going to ask for and invite the presence of Archangel Michael and his band of mercy angels. And Archangel Michael, please provide us with a divine, healing and insightful message that everyone can receive as a personal message for themselves in their journey. Please make me a pure and clear channel of your divine energy. Help me to express this message in a way that meets everyone's needs and everyone can hear. And may the light from this session go out across the world to everyone. And I just want you to imagine a beautiful channel of light around you just right now. Imagine that this beam of light has come down and it's just surrounding your body, and it's putting you into a space of raising your vibration so that you can connect with the angels. And take a deep breath and think about what your intentions are for this week. What do you want to hear? What do you want to know? What do you want to release? And what do you want to manifest? And I'm just seeing Archangel Michael putting a beautiful dome of light over you and over us all, virtually, energetically, and in all ways. And that's a protection. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Okay. You know, sometimes before I start these sessions, I think, I don't know what I'm going to say. And then they tell me what to say. All right, Archangel Michael, what do we most need to know this week about the energy, about getting unstuck from whatever situation? Now, Archangel Michael is one of the loudest archangels. He's reminding me to tell you that Mercury retrograde ends this week. So midweek, we're seeing an end to this particularly intense time. So that's something to celebrate. So you might feel that things are moving forward that have felt held back. And he's also reminding you to ask bigger, to ask for more, to ask for abundance. Like if you're saying, I want to do this, but I don't feel like I've got the money, ask for it. Ask for the money. I feel like, or ask, I want to be able to do this, angels, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. Please make it so. And they might drop money, you might win it. You've got no idea unless you ask. You know, law of free will, you have to ask. I love that, Archangel Michael. Thank you. So ask bigger. Right. So we're doing four cards from the Archangel Power Tarot by the lovely Radley Valentine, who I thank so much for being an author of such gorgeous cards. And we're going to pull a fifth card from his other deck, Angel Answers. So you can, you know, there's a real energy that you're here for a reason, right? Do you want to see that card? I love it. I love it so much. All right, we'll get back to that. First card, current situation, insights into where you are right now and what the energy is doing right now. So this is a card about resting, recouping energy, recovering, recharging, and spending time in meditation, even if it's just in the most casual way. You don't have to be perched on a mountaintop or chanting. You can just lay in bed and play a guided meditation. It's time for you to go within, because the angels have insights, inspiration, and healing for you. And it's like a light in the darkness. Look at these 4 lanterns and this beautiful beam of light that comes down across the card, shining on the girl that is curled up in the forest. And it's for a time where you might have felt stuck or overwhelmed or swamped in some way, or just unsure about the path. And these lanterns represent the angels coming in with light and inspiration. So they're saying, even if you can't see the path, a path will be made for you. In fact, maybe at the moment you can't see the path because it's being created for you, and you have to stay focused on your dreams. But this is about, as well, it's not about being outgoing, it's about going within. So anything you can do to rest, even have pit stops in your day where you take a breath. I love that. And this is the 4 of Michael. 4s are about grounding, stability, you know, strategy, even having a plan moving forward. And Michael is obviously about protecting, looking after your energy. And he's also the angel of life purpose. The 5 of Gabrielle. This is in the block position. So this is the energy that is blocked for you. 5 is about change. So you might feel like the change is slow, but the picture is quite descriptive. It's got a person doing a jigsaw puzzle, and she's trying to find the final piece, but Archangel Gabrielle is bringing it in. So this is a very clear message that there are missing pieces to your story. So you need to call in that guidance. Now I know why the angels asked me to talk about asking them and talking to them and getting guidance. There is guidance coming that will give you the missing pieces. So maybe you're asking, what do I have to do next? What is my life purpose? What's the next step in enacting my life purpose, or making it even better, or fulfilling this dream? Or really, don't give up. So why is this energy blocked? Maybe you aren't hearing your angels. Maybe you haven't been tuning in. Maybe you've been sitting in a state of fear and almost giving up, pushing it away. And Archangel Gabrielle's here. She's the messenger angel. Her name is, messenger of the divine. She can, and strength of God is another one of her names. So she brings the missing pieces to you. It's also a reminder to work on your throat chakra, to open up those channels, because speaking, asking, but also your throat chakra is very related to your ear chakras, which is about hearing the messages. The guidance. I love this card. I really do. This is the Magician. It's the number 1, so it's getting started on your journey, a new beginning. And the Magician is Archangel Raziel, and he teaches us to manifest what we need. Everything in life, when I talk about what I've talked about today, weight loss or finding my life purpose as an angel medium and healer, it's all about co-creation, right? The angels give you the guidance. You have to follow the guidance. The angels will answer your prayers. You have to put the prayer out there. The angels are there for you. You need to open up to them, right? It's co-creation. They're never like the old-fashioned idea of, the genie that just drops the wish at your feet. You have to do some work for it. And that's something a lot of people don't get. And that's why they get frustrated and they say, I'm not doing this anymore, because they have to take some responsibility. They have to do some of the lifting. And we've almost been trained to think it's destiny. We've got no control over it. We're just helpless passengers floating down a river of destiny, and if we're lucky or we're unlucky. That's not true. It's a co-creation, and I think this big shift we're in, this move towards more enlightenment, consciousness, changing the way we do things, is about that. It's the angels are firmly giving you your power. So Raziel is saying, what you need will come to you. You need to get your mindset right. Okay? There's the guidance and there's your mindset as well. And the outcome. I love this. Like, we've had Raziel, Gabrielle, Michael, and here's Gabrielle again. And she's showing you the Queen. The Queen is, she's so relaxed in this image. She's sitting there in a place of success, and she's not stressing. She's just delegating. She's calling in the right energies. So this is an outcome card. It's saying you're getting to a place where you are firmly in your power, where you're no longer feeling victimized and pushed around and trodden on, or, powerless about how life is for you. You're coming to a place where you will attract what you need, support, but you need to sort of be in the steering wheel. We've got an elephant, reminds me of Ganesh, pushing away the obstacles. We've got the trumpet, which is about keeping tuned in for those messages. And we've got the cat. I love the cat in this. Reminds me that we worked with Ariel on the weekend, on Friday, for the abundance. But think of cats, how fearless they are, how they always land on their feet, and how they can see beyond the veil. I don't know if you've ever had cats or been around cats. Not everyone loves them for whatever reason, but they see things that we don't, right? They stare off into the distance at something, or they run away from something. So they're very tuned into the spirit realm. So what is it that you need to ask for? And look, it's like it's green lights, go, go, go this week. As much as you do need your rest and recharge, we have to get away from this idea that we have to be so busy all the time and working overly hard, and you know, we have to become what we're not in order to manifest what we want. That's a big block for people, right? I know it was for me. This is green light. It's saying go ahead, but it's really telling us that we can manifest it with the help of our angels. So that if you're waiting for a sign, here it is. Yes. Look at the golden orb of light above her head. How much joy she has on her face. All of the gold and the abundance that is coming in. This is like extra abundance, a boost of extra energy from the angels. So I love that. Any questions? Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Yeah, I love this reading today. Thank you all so much for being here. So, couple of announcements. One, Angel Communication certification starts on the 15th of February. I don't know if you knew this, but I moved it from the 25th of January to mid-February for a few reasons, personal, and I'm really glad I did, because it would have started last week when I got sick. So I'm well now, so don't be worried. That means that you've still got time to sign up. So if you're feeling that urge to really get on your life purpose, to connect with your angels for your guidance, to understand exactly what your next steps are this year, like what you need to do to get on your path, and you also would like some healing to clear away the toxic energy, and you want some support and mentoring on this journey to open up your intuitive channels and really understand yourself at a soul level, that is what angel communication is all about. And people always say to me time and time again, are you doing this again? Are you doing it again next year? And what I want to say to you is that you are ready now, right? The only time we have is right now. So I can help you. We've got a 6-month payment plan. So you can start at just 397 Australian dollars. You can be on the program starting on February 15th. You can pay in full and you'll get a reading with me. If you pay in full, there's only 3 of those spots left. You can still pay in full even after those 3 stops. There's only 3 readings left. Any way you like, we can help you to do it. So if you feel drawn to it, please get in touch and I'll chat to you on the phone, and you don't have to feel obliged. Also, the Archangel Ariel Abundance attunement that we did on Friday is still available for the replay. So if you want to grab the replay and you didn't make it for the live, that's fine. You can go over and grab that just for today before it disappears. All right, I'm sending you lots of love and angel blessings. Thanks so much for being part of my angel community. And I love you. Mwah. Don't forget to ask your angels for help. Ask them. See you next time.